Welcome to Tea with the Devil, live at the Birmingham Comedy Festival 2021.
Oh, so we're starting, are we?
Well, yes, that was me starting.
I was going to announce it. Why do you always get to do it? You get to run everything.
Well, it doesn't really matter which of us starts it, does it?
Well, it doesn't matter, but I don't like the way you just assumed that it would be you.
Well, I just thought out of the two of us, I had the more commanding voice.
Well, I've got a commanding voice.
Well, have you?
Yeah. I've commanded people before.
Well, go on then. How would you have announced the show any differently?
Hello, everybody. The wonderful people of the Victoria. Have a seat. Make sure you've had a wee in there.
This is far too low energy, Eric. Come on, build up the energy.
Welcome to Tea with the Devil.
That was rubbish.
It's hard now you've put me on the spot, but it's not even that you shouldn't have done it. It's just that we should have discussed it beforehand. And also, how can we look like this? Why are we animated? It's very disconcerting to arrive at a show and realise you are a cartoon. It's never actually happened to me before.
It's to tie in with the social media campaign, the TikToks and all that.
Right, and so are we going to be like this the whole show?
No.
You said this would be a live show with
Obviously, we don't have the budget for an entire hour of animation, Eric, no.
When are we coming out then?
We're supposed to be introducing the show, Eric, and I feel like we've gone off on a tangent.
All right, well, I will. Please welcome to the stage local legend, the real Eric Rushton. Hello, everybody. I'm local legend Eric Rushton. I'm a comedian. Who's seen me before? Yeah. Got any fans in? Well, this show, what is this show? That wasn't a rhetorical question. I'm a comedian. I thought I was doing quite well at comedy before the pandemic. I felt like I was really going well, you know. I won a comedy award before the pandemic. Yeah, thank you. At the Leicester Comedy Festival, which is a more prestigious festival than the one we're currently at. I thought I was going to be like a famous comedian after that, and then the pandemic happened. And you know how like in the pandemic everyone was getting into like baking and defending statues? Well, I got into talking to Satan. I was also doing some baking as well and defending some statues. But I'd be baking my coffee and walnut cake and thinking about Churchill's legacy. And then suddenly this creature would appear and start talking to me about philosophy. Now, I thought I was going out of my mind. And I didn't know whether it was real. But then the pandemic, it hasn't ended, but lockdown ended. And then I thought I'll start again with a comedy. Start doing some of the smaller festivals again. I'll book Birmingham Comedy Festival. And then I was flipping through the brochure, and this Tea with the Devil show was in there. That's the first time I heard about it. I did not know that I was supposed to be here today. But apparently he wants to do a live show with me. Presumably that's what you're here for. If not, we can call it quits now, because I'm not invested at all. But he said he won't come out unless we summon him. And I'm going to need your help with that, if that's at all possible. So I'm going to need you to chant quite loudly. We summon you, O Satan. He honestly won't come out unless... I haven't built up the comedic confidence to do this whole hour by myself. The conversation would be very one way. I need you... Will you start the chant, mate?
What were the words again?
We summon... Okay, so really just a short-term memory issue for you rather than worrying about the implications of shouting about the devil on a Sunday afternoon. God's Day as well. We summon you, O Satan.
Okay.
You got that?
I think so. Okay, you ready, everyone?
Yeah.
After 3, 2, 1...
We summon you, O Satan!
And he's going to need that like sort of repeated until he can... I also need to get a few things. Hold on. You keep chanting that. I need to...
We summon you, O
Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you, O Satan!
So he needs this pentagram. I've had to put together. I think he needs some lit candles or some shit, so you're going to have to carry on chanting some more.
O Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you, O Satan! We summon you,
That's him.
I am here. The show has begun. The star is here. You don't.
I've really not finished your summoning ceremony yet.
You've not got a microphone for one thing.
I'm sorry, Satan.
Hang on, Eric. What the hell is this?
Why is that your microphone?
All right, you can stand on this side then. Go on then. You get over here.
Oh, there's already too much friction.
Take that. I'm not happy about this. What is this? There's three candles. They're not even real candles, are they? What's the battery-powered candles? I demand real candles, Eric. Why have we not got real candles?
As I said, it's not one of the big festivals. If this was like Edinburgh,
You'd have brought real candles.
well, you got like Edinburgh, and then you got like Leicester. Then you got like Brighton. Then you've got like Coventry. Then you've got like the rarely held Wolverhampton Comedy Festival. All of them, I would have got the wax involved for. But we're local. This is keeping it local.
No, this is not good enough, Eric. The pentagram's supposed to be on the floor. You've done it on a towel. Is this even real blood? This is like cranberry juice that tastes like. Why have you...
It's quite hard to find someone to sacrifice on a Sunday morning.
You need to try harder. There's supposed to be a sacrifice. I'm not supposed to arrive unless you've sacrificed somebody. There's supposed to be real candles. There's supposed to be a pentagram in blood. There's supposed to be a sacrifice. And there's supposed to be a virgin dancing. I mean, you could have done that bit very easily.
I've actually had sex. So.
Kissing and holding hands doesn't count.
Like full penetrative.
I'm not happy about this at all.
How many times have you had sex?
I don't need to answer these pathetic questions. I'm here critiquing your... This is supposed to be a satanic rite of summoning.
Yeah.
And it's a towel and 3 battery-powered candles.
Yeah.
I don't know why I bothered coming.
Have you got any other mates willing to spend this much time with you that will do a proper sacrifice?
Yes!
Why aren't you with them?
Well, obviously, maybe I will go to them.
Okay, going across the road, Kitty Messalina's on. They're cherry reds.
I don't know how satanic she is. Is she very satanic?
I don't know.
Because there's nothing stopping me from going to Cherry Reds.
I can do the sacrifice.
You can?
Yeah.
Okay, suddenly the show's looking up. Who are we going to sacrifice?
Well, this guy at the front had... He forgot, like, I had like 5 or 6 words for him to remember, and he forgot them.
Who's this? The one on the floor?
The white top.
Chap in the white shirt.
What's your name?
Al.
Al.
He couldn't... What words could he not remember?
Would it be... it was we summon...
We summon... This is the calibre of audience we're dealing with. He can't even manage to retain that information.
Would it be possible for Satan's benefit if I could wring your neck?
Yeah, absolutely.
And use your blood to draw a proper pentagon?
He seems quite up for the idea of being sacrificed. Are you feeling suicidal?
It's just a very slow-moving intro.
Very slow-moving intro.
How would you have made it snappier? What would you have done? Like I said, I'm trying to get somewhere in the comedy industry again, so I'm up for constructive feedback. How would you have... Was it my pacing in terms of speech, or just like punchlines per min.
There was a lot of depth to my comment there, much like my memory. It doesn't go
Okay. See, he's an absolute pussyhole as well.
Yes.
He's got nothing, he can't even back up, he's challenged. I wasn't even challenging him, I was like, okay, I want to learn from you.
Oh no, that's...
Has anyone else got any feedback? Anyone else got any little comments? What did you think of the intro?
Well, I've told you my critique. I thought it was sorely lacking.
What about the bit where I was like talking about like me being a comedian and that?
Oh, I didn't hear any of that. I'm a very busy supernatural being, you know. I was busy off tempting people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who have you been tempting?
All sorts of people. Politicians, priests, your mum.
Tempting her to what?
All sorts of things, as it turns out. Very little she'll say no to. She's a very open-minded woman, your mother.
These all sound like compliments to me, and if you're on about dating my mum, I'd be thrilled with that.
You would?
Yeah, she's single, I like you, why would I not?
Oh, so, well, you could be like my stepson.
Yeah.
My satanic stepson.
Yeah, what would we do together?
I don't know, go fishing?
Would it change the dynamic of our relationship? Why did someone just...
I'll take you under my wing, we'll go fishing.
Yeah.
And then we'll go and, kill some people.
Yeah. I had a stepdad before, and he used to throw my mum's clothes out the window. Yeah.
Why did you do that?
Why did he do that? Or why
Yes.
did I do that?
Why did he
I thought you were saying, why did I do that?
He
Like,
used
why
to-
did I have that stepdad?
Well, I can't imagine you...
He had mental health problems.
Right.
Yeah. Bit of a dark place to go for a comedy show. Like when he went mental, like
Yes.
his way of like getting at my mum was like throwing all her clothes out the window.
Right. I mean, do you see any comedy down this particular cul-de-sac?
I was thinking like,
If you can see it,
I just
I'm
don't
willing to
talk
find out
about
where
it.
it is.
I was just kind of wondering if you could help me process it. Was he possessed by you?
Look,
Is that you when anything bad happens? Is that you, or that
No.
like incidental bad stuff?
No, I'm not responsible for all bad things that happen. No, I'm just responsible for the particularly spicy ones. But if I had possessed him, Eric, I would have convinced him to do something more persuasive, like more interesting than just throwing clothes out of a window. I feel like that's very low level.
I thought it was quite inventive. I've never seen that before or since.
Well, it
Like
depends.
anyone.
I've got some questions. Does your
As
mum?
psychological domestic abuse goes, that is an original idea.
Well, but it depends. I mean, does she live in a bungalow?
We did live in a bungalow for a little while.
So it's a rubbish thing to do.
No.
Just dropping it a couple of feet out of a window onto some grass. That's a rubbish sin.
Yeah. Have you ever had any stepdads? Who's your dad? God's your dad, isn't he?
God is my dad, yes. And you know what fathers are like. I've had enough of him telling me what to do and complaining about me, so I moved out and I went and did my own thing. I started my own underworld, my own afterlife, with all the cool and funky people, and you're all invited, by the way, when the time comes.
That's similar to what I did.
Is it?
Yeah, I moved
Well,
out.
you moved out, yes. Yeah, what did you do once you moved out?
Open mic comedy.
And is this really what you do?
There's some parallels with hell in that.
Yes.
You ever been to a place called Cradley Heath?
I actually spent quite a lot of time in Cradley here.
A venue called the Hollybush.
Oh, I know it intimately.
I visited.
Yes.
I don't want to name him, but there's the guy who runs that.
Oh, what, Dave Francis?
Is he like legally licensed in any way to run a bar? There's no pump or anything, or like opening hours or closing hours.
Does it say this in the brochure for this show?
I'm just like
A critique of Dave Francis's skills as a publican.
I'm just saying, you want to know what I did after moving out from my...
Well, I don't, because it's intensely boring. And this is why it was good that we struck up a friendship, so that I could start to encourage you and guide you towards a more interesting life.
Right.
And it was all going swimmingly. At the beginning of this year, we were talking loads.
Yeah.
You know, we were having all sorts of wonderful chats, spending lots of time together. And then, suddenly, all of a sudden, lockdown's been lifted. I barely heard from you. You know, I haven't seen you for months, Eric. You know, what have you been off doing? It's been spending all your time with that girlfriend of yours. And what do you find to talk with her about?
Just, you know, I think we get on quite well. Been talking about philosophy, death, the Ten Commandments.
These are all the things we used to talk about. Yeah, and I bet the conversations with her aren't nearly as interesting as the ones with me, are they? Or, for that matter, the time spent together. What about our wonderful, valuable time, Eric? This is why
I thought it was wonderful and valuable, but I wasn't aware of what you were doing behind my back.
What I was doing behind your back?
Which was recording and editing the conversations into 6 nicely put together episodes available on all good platforms.
Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts,
and I felt quite...
Castbox, Anchor.
Any more?
Yeah, but I can't think of them.
So I felt, you know, quite conflicted because these were private conversations.
I thought if I told you that I was going to do this, you wouldn't be quite so candid.
Yeah. You seem like I'm pretty real and raw on stage.
Yeah,
See
but
me stand up.
Sorry?
See me do stand up.
Of course, I'm always there, Eric. I'm always there at the back of your head. Every time you're on stage,
Yeah.
you look out on the sea of blank faces. Or, you know, at the inside of the bar of the Hollybush.
Yeah.
A couple of blank faces. You know, I'm always there at the back of your head going, oh, Eric, they're not laughing very much, are they? You remember your solo show last weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Went very well, very raw, very intimate. Yeah. Anyone at my solo show last weekend?
Yeah.
Good. Good number.
One person.
Good crossover between our fan bases. Who was at the show? I can't see. Yeah, what did you think?
Jolly good.
Jolly good?
Jolly good. Yeah, it dragged, didn't it? It really dragged. And then there was a bit in the middle where he was having trouble with the projector, which would never happen with us. And he had to dart to the back of the room and get some bloke to come up and talk about wrestling. Is that really award-winning comedy, Eric?
Well, yeah, I'm still finding my feet again after the pandemic, but I thought it was quite good. This guy thought it was jolly good. Yeah, quite moving.
Quite moving.
Yeah.
Quite moving.
Quite moving, but didn't lose any of the funniness at the same time.
Yes, quite right.
Yeah.
And most importantly
Is that
of
what
all,
you-
it was shelter from the rain, wasn't it? Because it was pelting down, wasn't it, on Saturday? And people were just happy to upstairs at the Thousand Trades just to dry off.
How was your solo show?
My entire existence is my solo show, and it's going splendidly, thank you very much. I mean, my big project has been, I don't know if you've heard of it, a little thing called the coronavirus pandemic. I think you'll find everybody's heard of it, because that's how good I am at promoting my projects.
Look how well it's going now. We've got a crowd full of people.
Yes.
I feel like your big project is failing.
What? How dare you? Failing?
No one gives a shit about it anymore.
What do you mean?
Apart from people who've lost loved ones.
People still care about coronavirus. What, you mean just because they've all
But I mean,
come out of their houses and they've stopped wearing masks and they're all sitting together, huddled together in the dark? You're right, everybody has stopped caring about it, haven't they?
yeah, we were worried, but now it's over. And, it was good.
Ah,
It wasn't good.
No, but this is where you're wrong. Because what would be the perfect thing to do in order to exacerbate the spread of coronavirus, persuade everybody that it's over, and then encourage them to come and huddle together in dark, poorly ventilated rooms, sitting together, opening their mouths and expelling air by some mechanism. Maybe laughter would do it? Do you think I could persuade people to do that? Oh, look, I've already done it. Terrific. Looking forward to the graphs next week. You'll all be back at home watching Boris Johnson giving you another briefing. Have you missed the briefings?
No, not at all. I don't think so.
Good fun. Shall we have some tea?
I would love it. Oh, I got you another gift as well.
Well, let's have some tea. Shall I be mother?
Yeah, you get.
Or do you want to be mother? You look a bit like your mother.
How is that an insult? I look like someone I genetically come from.
You'd look more like her if you had your ankles behind your head.
Can you pour mine?
Yes, of course.
That looks pale as fuck.
Have you never danced with the devil with some pale tea? If I'd had some time to think about that, it might work better.
Some scones.
You've baked some scones?
So I put some effort into this.
Did you really bake these scones?
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Yeah. Round of applause for the scones. Wait, are you actually taking the piss? Did you have yours with milk? Where's the milk?
No, there was. You're right. I thought I put some milk in that mug, but I haven't. I don't actually know where the milk is. Sorry. Do you not take your tea black?
No.
I genuinely don't know what to do about that, Eric. Sorry. Oh, look!
Oh, thank you.
Some milk has arrived. My demonic powers of milk delivery.
Is milk immoral? Because I'm like taking it from a cow and that.
Well, some
Do
people...
all non-vegans end up in hell?
Not all. No, they don't all. I've told you there's a...
All non-vegan. Yeah.
No, they don't all. No, there's a tally system
Right.
for how much your sins are accumulated. And then
Yeah.
obviously you can do some degree of repenting at the end as well. Quite a complicated system.
Isn't it that if you can do whatever you want, like be however bad you want, but then if you just say,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Just
yeah.
apologise at the end.
Yeah.
Yes. I would quite like it if you didn't spread information of that, though. It does.
Yeah.
It does affect my admission numbers.
Yeah. Does that work with like TV as well?
In what regard?
It's like Matt Lucas did some crazy shit. Now he's so famous still.
It's a peculiar person to pick.
Nah, but like look at like mainstream TV like circa 2004.
Oh yes, there was a programme on around about that time called Baddiel and Skinner Unplanned.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember it. It was when two comedians, one of whom was from Birmingham, sat on a stage with very little idea of what it was they were going to say, and just kind of rambled in a meandering way, and people responded as if that was an acceptable form of entertainment.
Yeah, loving it.
He was actually from the Black Country, wasn't he, now I think about it? Probably shouldn't say that at the Birmingham Comedy Festival.
Why is that? Where's the Black Country? Is that West Brom? I don't even know where I am. No, I know I live in Birmingham, but I'm not from here originally, so I don't understand the distinctions.
Well, the Black Country is the crescent of grimness to the west of Birmingham. Cradley Heath is among
makes
the
sense.
many locales.
Yeah. This tea is exceptionally cold. Like really cold. Like you come from hell.
Yes.
You think it'd be like the hottest tea ever. It is undrinkably cold.
Mine is piping hot.
Are you cracking down that tea? It's so cold.
You're just the sort of man who makes piping hot tea tepid. You see, what I do is I raise the temperature. And I practically set the stage on fire when I arrived. You know, look at them. I mean, this lady here, she looks aflame with passion.
This one.
It might be the menopause, actually.
Oh, That's
But either way, she's very warm.
very harsh.
I can sense it from here. It's like having a 3-bar fire on.
Yeah. What do you think the audience want us to talk about?
Don't ask me, ask them. If you want to know, if you want to do some audience research, crack on.
It's hard.
Ask anybody apart from the guy in the white shirt. We've already established he's a simpleton.
This is their chance to ask questions. They're finally, watching someone, this sort of being that they never thought would come down and grace them. So,
Hello.
your chance to ask anything you want to Eric Rushton. Who's got some questions? Yeah.
This is for Satan.
Fire away. What's your question?
How are Eric's scones?
How are Eric's scones?
You haven't tried
Hey.
them.
I haven't tried them. Thank you very much for drawing our attention back to the scones.
I'm going to try Eric's scones.
Eric, I saw a YouTube video of you and, what's her name? Lottie Bedlow from Lottie Bedlow.
Yeah.
And she was teaching you to bake.
Yeah.
And you glazed the baking with a brush from a dustpan and brush.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
true.
use what's available.
This is available on YouTube to watch.
Is this show just a plug for all of our other content?
No, it's just come searing
I'm on
back to me
Instagram.
in horror as I look upon these scones, wondering how you achieved that glaze.
No, so that was the first time I ever baked. I was friends with this lady called Lottie she was on the Bake Off last year. And she was teaching me, but I didn't have the equipment when we did our first bake together. Since then,
Evidently.
I've got like a little egg brush thing, so I brushed it with.
So you used an egg brush?
Yeah.
Okay, let's try one of these scones then.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, yes, it is.
Why do you eat like that?
Why do I eat like what?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, it's all dripping
You
down.
eat like Matt Lucas doing like a special character.
It's all dripping.
Which is somehow acceptable.
I've got the cream all over me. Oh, that is good. Oh, you can bake for me again.
How do you...
No, don't ask me any questions. I can't talk, I've got a mouthful of scone.
You know what? I wish I had something to sort of soak him down that wasn't cold. Can someone buy me a warm tea, please?
Do they sell tea here? I can't talk, you're going to have to do
Do they
it.
do coffee? He's the guy that said my show was jolly good. What's your name?
Anton.
Anton? Fancy popping downstairs and get me a coffee.
If you want me to?
Yeah, latte, please.
You want me to be a latte?
Yeah, and we'll just deduct that from the donation you would have given at the end. So about £2.20 in the bucket from him.
I was still eating scone, I didn't get an opportunity to get my order in. I'll wait till it comes back. It's very good. Would anybody else like a scone? Would anybody like one?
They should have to earn the scone.
How do you propose that they earn a scone?
I don't know, I didn't think that far ahead. Some sort of challenge?
What on earth have you got on mind?
Maybe we could see if someone could hold a squat for like a minute. I reckon this guy in the white, could you hold a squat? You're pretty heavy.
Definitely couldn't.
It looks like he spends a lot of
Really?
time squatting in bushes.
You know,
He's a simpleton, he hasn't got plumbing in his house.
I think he looks very healthy. Do you work out?
It's the outdoors. It gives him a glow.
I was doing a lot. I was doing a lot of working out during lockdown.
Yeah, working out your wrist.
Oh no! For some reason I was like, "You mean wanking, right?"
Yeah,
I thought you were like, "He's slitting his wrist." What?
Slitting
Yeah, I
it.
like went into a really.
No, you still won't do that, will you? All the times. Go on, Eric, just give it a little cut. Go on. See what it's like, and you just won't do it, will you?
You know my inner demons.
Yes.
Are they like little versions of you?
No, they're all just me.
They're all just you, yeah.
Just me at the back of your head going, go on, do it, Eric. That reminds me, have you killed your housemate Joe yet?
You're really obsessed with this.
I just feel like it's a hurdle we need to get over. You know, he lives with you, he spends all his time, you're always together.
I actually don't, like, what would you gain from it if I killed him?
I think it would,
What's your angle?
it would grow you as an individual. And it would mean there was a spare bed at your place. I could stay over.
We've got an airbed.
I don't want to sleep on your airbed. Do you know what happens if you sleep on an airbed when you have horns?
Yeah.
You roll over in the night and puncture it.
It probably reminds you of, like, God and that, because, like, heaven, that's basically airbeds, isn't it? Is that why you're averse to it, like, the connotation with...
Who told you heaven was full of airbeds? Is this what they told you at your Christian
like
school?
Clouds. It's like already the air.
Oh, I thought your coffee was... Oh, it is. There we go.
Anton! Right, Anton's actually taking the piss.
It's a green tea.
It's a green tea. And I bet it's tepid.
No,
It's all I could do.
I do appreciate it. They just don't do coffees.
The young lady at the bar, that's one of hers. That's one of her tea bags, and she just made it for me.
Anton,
That doesn't answer.
that's not what he ordered.
They don't
Right.
do coffees. Yeah,
Do you know there's a cafe called Cherry Reds? Do you know Cherry Reds? They do takeaway coffee. Do you know where it is? It's on John Bright Street.
Right.
Go and get him a latte. Go and get him a latte! I'm not...
That takes it. Like, I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to send him
So you
back.
got to go to Cherry Reds.
I genuinely
They do
thought...
takeaway, got in a nice cardboard.
No, I thought it was funny the first time, and I thought it was really funny the second time as well. But in fact, in many ways, we need a rule of three to.
Well, I forgot to get my order in, didn't I?
So when he comes back.
Don't worry, we'll deal with this.
Oh, well, right. Why did he come up with a green tea and think that would be acceptable? What was it? Is it they don't do coffees, and then he just started telling me this story about the woman at the bar.
I've no idea what he thought he was playing at.
Yeah.
To be honest, we've improved the calibre of the audience just by removing him from the room. He can't even order a simple drink correctly.
But didn't we establish he was my only fan?
Oh, yes. Like I say, we've improved the calibre of the audience.
You know, I don't know. I feel like I should. I feel like I should know anyone that comes to my shows.
Whereas this sea of strangers, they've come because this is tea with the devil. Not, yes, thank you for the cheer. Tea with the devil, not tea with Eric Rushton. And there's a very good reason for that. I've got a much more long and successful career than you.
But have you played the Holly Bush in Cradle of Heath?
I have actually, yes.
Many times. Well, I don't know. I'm doing all right. Do you not think? Because were you there? You know, you said you were at all my bad gigs and that.
Yes.
And you were like, "Oh, you're causing the audience." Were you causing the audience to not like it? Or was I doing that?
It didn't need any help. I was just sitting at the back watching, just shaking my head.
But anyway.
It's all up from here, Eric, don't worry.
Because sometimes it has gone well. Like I won that award thing.
Oh, yes. Yes, you did, didn't you?
And were you there for that?
Well, I saw you win the Leicester...
But are you like well annoyed when I'm like doing well at comedy?
Yes, I saw you win the Leicester Mercury Award and I thought, well, we need a stamp on this, don't we? So then I immediately unleashed the pandemic.
Yeah.
March 2020, I thought, let's lock him in his house. That'll teach him for getting ideas above his station.
I'll bounce back. I have full faith in myself. Even if I haven't got any fans in this room.
It's all right, he'll be back in a minute with a peppermint tea.
I will actually resent him. So, you know, like I'm really trying to build my following online, but you can go on your followers and like remove them if you want to. And if he brings a peppermint tea, I will remove him as well.
I think that's fair enough.
Yeah.
No, so how are your numbers doing, by the way, your social media?
I've got nearly 900 followers on Instagram. That's alright. I'm actually like 25 away from it.
Okay.
So if everyone in this room kind of
Well, I mean, some of them maybe.
followed me,
Some of them maybe already.
but they didn't admit to being fans of my work. Why are they just keeping tabs? Was it Al? Do you follow me on Instagram?
No. Should I?
Yeah.
He doesn't know how to use a computer.
My name's Eric Rushton. You just want to do it now so I can see you've done it?
Will you get the notification?
Yeah, I will, yeah. So we'll actually know whether you're faking it.
Are you on silent?
No, I'll just get it out right now, so... It's weird, no new notifications.
Hang on.
No new notifications.
It's just weird that everyone else is just like, you could all be taking this time to get your phones out as well. Isn't this so refreshing in a comedy show? The audience is actively encouraged to get their phones out. Did you just put your phone away?
Yeah, I followed you.
Oh no, it has come through. Let's have a look at your profile. Alaric King. There's a king. Oh, you got a lot of videos. Just got videos of dogs for like 10 seconds. It's good content, mate.
I'm not entirely convinced this is.
Probably get some little clips from this show on my Instagram if you follow me.
Well, has this been worthwhile? You've got one follower,
Yeah.
but you've lost a follower because you're going to be deleting Anton later. So you're back to how many followers you had.
That's fine. How many followers do you have?
I've got lots of fans, okay? I may not have an Instagram following, but I tell you what I have got though. Lots of people following on TikTok
Yeah.
with the Tea with the Devil animations.
Yeah.
So, you know, you were saying how upset you were about me recording our conversations,
Yeah.
but this could be beneficial for you in the long run.
This could launch my career. But then I have to stay sort of tethered to Satan for the rest of my creative life.
Yes. And if you just kill Joe, I can move in together.
What would we do though?
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe we need to look more into you as an individual. I have actually brought something with me. I brought it with me from hell. Let me just get it here. This is Eric Rushton's Big Book of Beliefs. This is a book that I have in hell. It contains every single thing that you believe. I've got one for all of you. It's very useful to have a library in order to understand how best to tempt people if you know what their vices are.
Can we do Al first?
And what their beliefs are. I didn't bring Al's with me. It's quite a slim tome. Not much going on in his head.
See, I don't know why you've got this. I mean, I know I slagged him off at the start about
Yes.
like forgetting the words to "We Summon You, O Satan," but you've really gone hard on it. I think he's a nice lad. I think he's got, you know, a nice. I don't want to say it, not in any kind of sexual way. I think he's got, you know, he's a good-looking lad. Not that that matters.
Oh, well, why don't you just go and do a festival show with Al then?
I actually would imagine that. Who would come to tea with Al? Tea with Al next year's Birmingham Comedy Festival. That'd be great.
I don't have to be here, you know.
You organised the show.
Well, yes, because I wanted to spend some time with you, Eric.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't spent much time together lately, and I've just been reading the books of your mind, reminding me of the good conversations we used to have, all your beliefs. I mean, here's a belief of yours. You believe that comedy gigs are always best when performed in rooms that are inaccessible to wheelchair users.
I mean, that is absolutely not what
It's
I
one of
believe.
your beliefs. You don't like them cluttering up the front row, it says here. So they don't laugh enough. They're always too busy being sad about their legs.
I do not. I can't really refute that in the venue we're at.
It's here in black and white. Eric Rushton's Big Book of Beliefs. Not always things he would admit to.
Are they I don't think... Is Anton back? I can't see where he is.
He's talking to some bird.
He's talking to some
I
bird.
think it's the barmaid and it's
She's
maybe
quite
the one
fit,
who wanted
I know.
tea.
She's quite fit.
Is she telling you off for bringing drinks from another place? I do hope so. Chuck him out!
I think she's just,
Shouldn't stand for that sort of behaviour.
she has just said, was my tea bag not good enough?
It's a licensed premises. They agreed to allow us to do shows here.
Thank you, Anton. Thank you.
And what is it?
You know, I as much as I want to like criticise him, he's got it spot on. That's my fan, you're staying on my follow. I was slagging you off quite heavily as you were. And I was talking about, do you follow me on Instagram?
No.
Even Anton's isn't. How did you hear about my show last week?
Facebook?
Oh, you follow me on Facebook?
Well, I saw you on there.
What do you mean? Oh, like for like Birmingham Comedy Festival?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I've got like my, you know, like Birmingham. That's got a social. I've got my own social medias. Al follows me. He can vouch for my content. So just after this, if you want to.
Follow you.
Yeah. If you want to maintain this relationship of you coming to my shows and missing half of them to buy me coffees, then you're really going to have to book your ideas up and get following me on social media.
You ready for another belief?
Yeah.
From Eric Rushton's Big Book of Beliefs, it says here that you believe that if hedgehogs are all choking on ring pulls, then that's their own fault for only ever coming out at night. They should come out during the day when they can see what they're bloody well eating. Bloody hedgehogs. What have you got against the hedgehogs, Eric?
Well, that one, I think you are potentially just making these up.
Oh no, it's the Big Book
Well,
of
I
Beliefs.
don't disagree with that one as much. Like, but then they're not.
You
They
completely
can't help.
believe it.
They can't help it.
The hedgehogs.
Yeah. Like they're not intentionally.
Well, see, you're softening your position on the hedgehogs.
Mm.
Here, you're quite scathing about them. There's paragraphs on, not as much as there is on the disabled, but there's paragraphs on hedgehogs.
Yeah. What else is there on
What-
that? No, I don't want to go into it.
We haven't got time for all
Yeah.
that. But what else have we got? Another belief of yours. It says here, you believe that of the current crop of Midlands comedians, you are the only one who will be remembered long term. All the others are just dust on the wind. All those names on the posters outside, Mary Flanagan, Celia Ray B, Danny Clives, they'll be forgotten. Not so much Josh Pugh as Josh who? That's what you think. You're going to defend your ego?
You know, some of the beliefs do verge on accurate, but they're not. They're not something I would. We all have beliefs, don't we? We all have like thoughts and not. What makes a belief a belief? Like if that thought's in my head, like oh I'm sick, I'm gonna be. Everyone else is gonna
Yes.
fail. I'm gonna do well.
Yes.
Can't I then examine that thought and go, that's not true? Do you know what I
Yes,
mean?
and if that happened, it would disappear from the book, but it's pretty indelibly inked in there. In a chapter entitled Why Eric Rushton is the Best. In capital letters underlined.
Yeah.
You were saying earlier on in the show, you were so candid, you're so honest and open, you lay your heart on you rip your heart open for when you're doing your solo shows, and yet here I am, giving the real Eric Rushton, peeling open your psyche, and you're being rather cagey about it.
Yeah.
See, this is really, you need to go out and you need to spit truths to the audiences. You need to go out in comedy gigs and tell them all the demographics of people that you despise. Go out there and be outrageous, be controversial.
I don't think that is my stance on things. I think I am quite open, and as Anton will attest from last week's solo show.
Yeah, last week's solo show, just you moping again. Just moping and whinging your show, wasn't it? It's just a load of moping about your dead dad. It's just another dead dad show, Eric. And you're not going to set the comedy world on fire with that, are you?
mean, it's my perspective on it that, like, I mean, this is just another, you know, you'll do coronavirus jokes, which is hacky.
I resent that. It was my big major project, okay?
Well, listen, I've been working on this dad show ever since, you know, found out he died and that.
You didn't start before then? You thought I'd probably
I actually did have a few ideas before then, because I was quite ill for a while.
Good.
You know, I think I can do something original with it.
Okay, good. Well, I look forward to seeing it. When the originality arrives. You've got to get over this whole dead thing. Death is but a door, Eric.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody. In many ways, life is just the green room, waiting for the big eternal show on the other side, which is where I come in. This lot, you're all just waiting. You're just mayflies. You'll be with me in no time at all. You've only got an hour today, but 5, 10, 15, 20, 40 years from now, who knows how long you've got, you'll be able to have this for eternity. That's something to look forward to, isn't it?
Yeah.
In many ways, this is a preview show for eternity.
How much do we have to hang out with you when we're in hell?
We're not entirely certain that everybody will go to hell, but
Because also, like, there's loads of people, you've left loads of people behind now in hell. In terms of you're here.
I'm here now.
So, like, who's hanging out with?
Well, I've got a load of lesser demons who deal with the admin and the organisation. If there's ever a problem, they would ring me and let me know. I'd get a phone call.
Right.
But you know, nothing's happened so far. So sorry. Hang on. Let me answer this. Hang on. Okay. Hello, Satan. Oh, hello, Derek. It's Derek Akora. Yes. Well, what's happened? Well, I mean, well, can't you deal with it? I mean, I'm busy. I'm very busy, Derek. Doing what? I'm in the Middle East at a massacre. Yeah, no, there's loads of blood everywhere. It's horrible. Yeah, loads of people have died. It's really awful. Yeah, very, very, very naughty what I'm doing. Yeah, really, really naughty stuff. Yeah. What, Birmingham? No, I'm not in Birmingham. What are you talking about? Well, the GPS. Why are you tracking me? That's obviously just a technical malfunction, Derek. No, stop! No, turn it off. I am in the Middle East at a massacre. Mind your own business. Okay. So we've got to do this planning meeting now. I mean, it's not very convenient, but okay. Right? Yeah, I'll be down in 5 minutes. Okay. Yeah. You too. Yeah. Yeah, ciao. Derek wants me.
So you gotta go.
I've got to go in a moment, yes.
Could he actually, you know, I know you've got to go. When he was alive, could he actually speak to the other side?
Derek Akora, yeah, he could communicate with the dead,
Yeah.
He can still communicate with the dead now, but it's a lot easier. He's just living with them. It really takes the shine off his party trick.
Maybe I'll get him to talk to my dad.
Talk to your dad.
Yeah.
Well, you can't speak to Derek Akora now, can you?
That's true.
He's gone.
Can you ask Derek Akora to talk to my dad?
I mean, I could just talk to your dad.
So he is in hell.
Whoopsie! Let that one slip, didn't I? Do you want to pass a message on to him?
Just keep your chin up, Dave.
You've got an opportunity to speak to your dead father, and your message is, keep your chin up, Dave.
What would you say?
Well, that's what I'm going to say to him. Yeah. When I see him, I'll say, I've been with your son, and there his tear-soaked face Oh my God, I can't believe it. What did he say? Did he mention all the times when he was a child and I used to take him to football? I said, no, he just said, keep your chin up, Dave. Fair enough. Good. So, I've got, I think it'll make things clear if I just show you this.
Right.
This is a bucket, and as you can see, it says, save Eric's soul. Now, you see, the thing is, I have the opportunity to steal away a soul when I'm given the chance to, and sometimes I may choose to, and sometimes I may choose not. All depends on how much goes in the old bucket, doesn't it?
What do you do if they don't have cash? Is there a digital way to save my soul?
If only there was some kind of handy card-reading device that had been invented.
Yeah.
Do you have such a thing?
Yeah.
Could you produce it from your trouser pocket in a slick motion? No.
I mean, it's not in my pocket.
So no then.
But they can save my soul via Apple Pay and GPay as well.
And your own souls also.
How much do you reckon per person you would recommend it would
Well-
cost to save my soul?
What, per person?
Yeah.
25 to 80 pounds.
Right.
In that ballpark.
It would be realistic.
And then when it's full up to the brim, or your card reader is full, we'll pop down the road to the Grosvenor Casino and have a gay old time. What do you say?
I'd prefer to just, split the money.
I don't think so. Listen, thank you all for coming to this show, Tea with the Devil. Follow Eric Rushton on social media if that message has not been made clear enough.
Come on, man.
And subscribe to the Tea with the Devil podcast.
Yeah, we need to recommend other shows.
Recommend other shows?
Yeah.
I couldn't care less about the other shows. Who are you going to recommend?
No, there's loads of good shows on. After this one, there's Mary Flanagan and Celia A.B. Very good. I don't know how to sell stuff, but you should. They're very good comedians. Josh Pugh is on at Cherry Reds as well at the same time. Who else you got? You got Danny Clives. And I do really, actually, genuinely respect a lot of these as comedians. Even if I do think eventually I will sort of... the cream will rise to the top eventually. But right now we're doing the same sort of festivals, so... do you think we should do this again? What do you think? Do you think we should do this again? Right, we're going to send a recording of that round of applause to the Leicester Comedy Festival and see if they'll give us a room in February. How does that sound? Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a good plan. Right, I will see you in hell!
You've been watching Tea with the Devil live at the Birmingham Comedy Festival. It was recorded upstairs at the Victoria Pub on Sunday the 10th of October 2021. Subscribe to the podcast and follow us on social media to keep up to date with the next time we take Tea with the Devil.